The fastest way to master nothing. Have you ever heard a quote, jack of all trades and master of nothing? There are many people who have started a business and they can't seem to make any money. And they have tried all the different strategies and everything they've heard about online. But they are probably missing this one piece. And if you are that person who has a business, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you exactly one of the biggest mistakes a lot of entrepreneurs make when they start out on their journey, and the one thing you should avoid. Have you seen anybody's bio and the person is just starting out and they have founder of this, owner of this, they have this business, they have that business, they have a farm business, they have the tech business? What usually happens is these kinds of entrepreneurs, these kinds of people, they stretch their self thin. They end up taking on a lot on their plate, and none of the things that they're trying to do ever gets 100%. Everything gets 10%, 20%, 30%, 2%, 5%. But imagine competing in a marketplace where you are competing with people that all they do is focus on one thing and they give all their effort to that. How can you compete in a marketplace if you are competing with other people and you're not giving your 100%? The whole purpose of business is not for you to look like something. The whole purpose of business is to make profits. So if you are doing a ton of things and you are not getting any good results, one of the most important things you can do is to stop and start to ask yourself questions like, what am I doing wrong? Because I guarantee you, if there's someone in your industry that is getting results, then you are probably doing something wrong. You need to go back to the drawing board and ask yourself, what are you doing wrong? And one of the biggest mistakes, I keep on saying this, is when somebody have started off and they're trying to do everything all at once. They're trying to be a landscaper, at the same time they are trying to be a tech expert, at the same time they're trying to be an artist, at the same time they're trying to be a blogger. Those things they are trying to do not interlink with each other. What usually happens is people start to burn out, because if you're starting off, you usually don't have a big team. It's just you or maybe one or two contractors that you can usually outsource work to. Most times people don't even have the contractors for them to outsource work to. So all the burden falls on you. The hack around this, and I know it's difficult when you are somebody who is multi-talented, you are multifaceted, you are a serial entrepreneur that have so many ideas. The trade you have to make at the beginning stages is understand that not all of them can be launched at once. One thing needs to take priority over the other thing, else you have nothing done. Imagine trying to serve many gods. You believe in Jesus, you believe in Allah. You end up having to dilute your belief because you don't have one focal point. And it's the same for business. If you are doing so many different things and you're spread thin, you end up diluting yourself. Now, the work around this is instead of spreading yourself thin and trying to do everything at once, pick one thing that you can laser focus on and give it all your efforts. Tell yourself that you are going to give a good 6 months, 1 year, even if it has to be 2 years for you to be able to get really good at your craft. Else, you end up spreading yourself thin. And the thing is, once you've learned something and you've gotten really good at it, then you can stack another skill on it that is complementary, not something that is totally different, something that can build on top of what you currently have. So let me give you an example. This is my journey. So I started out, believe it or not, I started out in graphic design. That is my first business, Royal Dreams Cards. And when I started this graphic design business, it wasn't doing well. And I was actually very good with the design part. So what did I do? I realized that a lot of my peers were buying all the latest gadgets out there. So I decided to start branching out, to start buying and selling these things, because it already had demand. People wanted it. And I knew a lot of young people who spend anything to have the latest gadgets. So I started to buy and sell it. Now I started to learn a little bit about tech, back-end stuff and how things work. Then I also infused a directory service. I didn't realize then, but I was skill stacking. Why? Graphic design background mixed with some sales background, mixed with some tech background, gave me a competitive edge when I started my digital marketing agency. If you master one thing and you get very good at it, it unlocks the door for the next thing. And the biggest mistake a lot of people make is to try and master everything at once. It's very difficult to do that. The better alternatives I have personally learned is you pick one thing you get good at and you move to the next thing. Until you get to the level of mastery, for you to be able to make big bucks is going to be very difficult, because the people who are masters at their craft demand and charge the most amount of money, and they are able to have the highest leverage when it comes to picking the clients and the kind of work they want to do. So if you want to be able to have any domination, impact in any industry, your goal is to head towards mastery. And how do you get to mastery? Focus on one thing until you get good at it. Then later on, you can add something else to it. I have another video that explains the entrepreneur journey. I'll put it right here. The entrepreneur journey, the 4 steps all the way to mastery. You should watch that because that is going to give you a clear-cut path for you to be able to make profit online when you start, rather than waiting and trying to make all the mistakes I have made and a lot of my clients made. To wrap this up, avoid being a jack of all trades and focus on being a master at one thing, because you get paid more and you get more opportunities when you're an expert or a master, rather than being a jack of every single trade. Here's the lesson for today. You rise faster when you stop trying to be everything and start becoming unforgettable at one thing. If you're wondering the notes I'm reading from and you like to have a screenshot, here you go. Screenshots in 3, 2, 1. I'm sure you got it. Alrighties. If you found this video helpful, drop a comment below and let me know what you learned. My name is Kimbwari. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.